Hi. My last chat completely stopped. So I'm really sorry, guys. So I've started again. We'll give this another crack and see if anyone turns up in the chat bar. But yeah, it was too unstable and it wasn't reconnecting, so I stopped it. Yeah, and it was so funny because I was talking about not being able to connect. Hey, Debbie, good to see that you found me again. Yeah, it was so funny how it was disconnected right at the moment when I was saying we're feeling like we're not connecting with others, because we're going to be bringing in our new frequencies. The way that we perceive things, the way we see things, we're going to be bringing that in, and other people might not understand it, but we've got to keep on being authentically who we are and saying what we believe, because reality is that they've only been living through one program that was poured over them and told that's the way they go, and so it was very limiting for their soul, that one program. So we're here to show them that there is many, many, many different ways of living. And then it's so funny because I was saying, yeah, they won't feel like you, they might even feel disconnected from you. And then it was disconnecting my videos. So I'm like, damn, it literally disconnected my video at the same time. So yeah, you just be aware of that when you move into this next phase, that your unique self is, you've been shown how to fulfill your own self, have your strong boundaries, know what limits you can handle so that you can drive into this, break up this matrix that's very limited, or this system that's very limited, into showing others there's many, many ways of living on this in this world. There's many ways of creating. It's not just physically, tangibly creating. There's also soul alignment and frequency creating, which is actually the first way of doing things anyway. People work. They work their butt off. And then what they're doing is, while they're working, they're like, well, finally, I feel like I should get my reward. So they just shifted their reality into a frequency of actually getting their rewards because they feel like justified because they did all that work. Where you can actually align yourself without having to do all that physical work, because the physical work is actually a leakage of your energy, which was going towards or pulling towards these others that were pulling the program over their eyes. So they end up fueling them with the physical work that they did, until they felt like they were in alignment with the rewards or the abundance that they felt they deserved. So to shift that around, we are now learning to go, it's okay to do the physical work. If you're feeling happy doing it, then yes, do it. But if you're not feeling happy doing it, you need to understand that you can just shift your alignment to the abundance without. You don't need to do the physical work for it. It's more the adventure that we are going on, rather than the labor that we've been pulled into with this limited program. Okay, so yeah, that's what I was trying to say, as well as I was seeing that there was a connection that we were going to have with a lot more signs and understanding, like our outer world is going to connect with our inner world a lot more. So really, when you're in alignment, you're going to see a lot more weird synchronicities for the logical brain, because your alignment is with your soul, which knows no different than the alignment of you feeling in sync with your soul. And so you syncing up with your unique self actually brings in these really crazy coincidences or synchronicities. So you're syncing with your soul, the outside is syncing with signs, and you're coming at the middle of realizing that you're creator of all. And then you align yourself with that frequency and shift into that reality. In other words, reality bends to you. You get given the jobs, the places, whatever you need, the love, whatever it is, for you, that you've cleared, and then you show the rest of the world. See, you don't need to have all of what you're going through, yeah, it's kind of like bringing me to the fact that I'm, house sitting and stuff like that, because I don't have to pay the rent, but then I'm helping other people. There has to be a limit. There has to be a feeling of I trust myself in this place, and they trust me in this place, even though they only met me once. So there's a lot of faith and trust in this new world, which is aligning us with connections and bringing us new stories where we're all helping each other, instead of wanting to see the tangible evidence of who you are. That's all shattering. Yeah, like a certificate and all that sort of stuff. That's all shattering, because faith is lining us up. Okay. I'll pick the fortune tellers and see what else they say, and then we will open up the chat bar for free readings, because this has been a very discombobulated reading, being that I've had to start again on a new live is what it is. Okay. The sacred ritual will bring you clarity and insight. So there's something about this that I'm feeling into those that are ready. They're going to do things their way. They're going to have their own sacred understanding of who and how they do things. And it's going to enrich your life. And then it's going to show others just how much you have stepped out of the old patterns, and you are finding your own path, and they'll start to seek for theirs. Bring you clarity and insight. So yeah, I think also it's asking us to come into that balance of clarity. When we're feeling really, my mind is just trapped in that story, and I don't like that story, but I feel like I have to keep focusing in on that story. Bringing ourselves back into clarity and alignment, it's going to show other people how to do that, because we all have this capability. There's nothing out there that isn't at your grasp. It's just how much you put into it, how much energy you put into it. Okay. A forgotten dream will resurface. Pursue it. I think those that are ready are going to now pull in their soul's understanding of their past lives. Things that you knew you were really good at, gifts that you had, that's really going to open up. We're going to have these, I know, like, I'm not telepathic, but there has been a lot more telepathic moments in my life than ever before, where I just knew. And I knew what was coming. I knew what I was going into. I knew what was going to happen, that sort of thing. Or I just knew someone was going to say something. So that's one of my gifts. See, that's awakening. And you have your own individual gift as well to awaken to. And that's going to change everything, because the resurfacing of that is going to show other people that there's way more to us than the 5 senses we've been poured into. This is happening. There's no change about it. Oh, that just reminded me. Yesterday I had a really good interview with Steve. His name is Steve Neal, and he has Breaking the Silence YouTube, and that just reminded me of that, because it was saying about the same, it was brought up, so I go through quite a bit in my life story to do with the Pleiadians and so forth in that interview. So that won't be for another month or so before it's ready, though. I'll let you guys know when it's ready, when he's publishing it. But yeah, there's definitely you aligning with yourself, your authentic self is opening many doors for many others. And we have a new chapter is beginning. Embrace it. I'm not surprised to see that. Like, we really are. There's no way out of this now. There's too many of us woken up. There's just too many. And so with that amount that is woken and more awakening all the time now, it's flipping the narrative. We're realizing we don't have to follow the system anymore. We don't have to follow it. Even if it was pulled over many people's lives, and they got caught into it because that's where their energy went. We know that we can create something different over here through pursuing the dreams that we knew we had before, or aligning ourselves with our soul, shifting our frequency into knowing that they never had the power over us. The only reason why they had the power over us is because we individually decided that they did. We convinced ourselves that we had to, or they convinced us that we had to. Where in the eyes of source energy, anything is possible, and you are source energy going on a journey, so you can shift that story anytime. This is what's going to change humanity, because they're going to realize the ones that are really awoken, really truly awoken, are going to shift their story up to something completely different. And it's not going to be in, oh, I've got a big bank account full of money. It's going to be into, I mean, I'm not saying that you won't. I mean, if you really wanted that, then that's up to you as well. But they're showing me it's going to be into, no matter what happens to this person, they always seem to pull through. They always seem to get a delightful outcome in the end. And so maybe they have got something that I should listen to, that sort of thing. Yeah, so that's a new chapter will be beginning. And then we have a loved one from the past will re-enter your life. See, this is the same story. Soul tribe members coming in. Somebody that is from a past, even a past life. It could be someone that's from just gone and then they woke up and then they come back. But I'm feeling more past life connections coming in. You're shifting your frequency. You're going to be able to match theirs. You didn't stop at the person that felt comfortable. You expanded yourself into more. And I'm not talking about just partners. I'm talking about friends and talking about people that are coming into your life that you want to work with. A powerful transformation is underway. Trust the process. I didn't realize how many cards fell out then. But yeah, it's still the same thing. This is what we're doing. A forgotten spell will bring back unexpected blessings. We are shifting and aligning ourselves to a unique path, and that's where we're at. And we're taking ourselves back to our authentic truth, and we are going to move forward from there. And that is going to show and tell a whole other story for others that are going to start awakening. Okay, I'm going to pack up now so that we can do a couple of free chat bar readings, even though there's only a few people in the chat bar now since we started again. Two videos of the same reading. Never mind. So yeah, if you would like to have a quick reading, I'm fine with doing that for you. Hey, Ethereal, you found me. Yeah, to seek it. Never mind. It happens. Yeah. Buffing. We are back. Okay, so I've opened the chat bar for free readings if you want to have a reading now. I think we'll leave it there. It was very discombobulating. That was like all over the show, disconnection. But I think we have to disconnect to reconnect to our authentic self to be able to move into this next, get ready to move into this next stage. And then you will feel a pull of, I just need to be present with myself for a bit until I get used to my true essence of who I am before I ground more of this into the world. Okay, so we've got Ethereal. Ethereal. Embrace your confusion. Let there be peace in knowing and not knowing all of the answers. Peace resides within yourself, of understanding that just you deciding it's confusing creates the confusion. You deciding it doesn't matter that I don't know all the answers actually brings you peace. So yeah, I would just be aware of that as you move along. I've definitely done that for myself. I had to, because they threw me into such a place of, I don't know if the house cleaning will work. I don't know how I'm going to survive. I don't know how this is going to work out. And I embraced the confusion and went through it anyway. So And then I found peace within myself. And now I'm feeling really strong and stable. I'm feeling supportive of that the energies outside of me are actually going to always help me and bring me into a beautiful alignment for myself. So yeah, there's something to do with you coming into realizing you are at peace, bringing yourself into peace for yourself. They're showing me this little moon here that's just sparking out the side of her. It's like something will be something showing up for you that isn't, that you have, it's behind you and it hasn't shown itself yet. But I think this is you coming into alignment of your full authentic self and feeling really good about that. I would literally do a meditation if I was you and just feel into what it would be like if you were fully clear of everything. What does that feel like if you were really your authentic self? Who are you? Feel into that. Ask what it feels like. Ask to all the fears to fall away and you're only left with love of self, and feel into that. I've done that and it's so powerful. It's so empowering. You feel so powerful when you go into that feeling. So yeah, I would do that. Okay. You're a full moon child. That's funny. Makes sense. Yeah, so there's you coming into that fullness of self. But it has to be through embracing confusion of not knowing everything in the end. Okay, so we also have, I'm going to go to sky, imagination, sky, connect with someone special. And it's really funny, it landed on my in between my handle like this, stuck in my suitcase that my computer's on. So it was literally right in front. That's really funny. Connect with someone special, a loved one is a gift to treasure. And they're telling me, don't ever be afraid to reach out to whoever. In that, with that, there's a and sometimes when you feel like reaching out, you'll be surprised how much the other person wanted to reach out as well at the same time. So you're meeting in the middle with no fear of the connection. So that's one message for you. I get another card. This is ask for guidance. The divine will meet your every need. So yeah, there's definitely something that they're like you to connect with here. There's a wise owl in the background that could an overseer of the person that seems to be thinking a lot about what the heck. So yeah, I would reach out, whoever it is that you feel to reach out. If you had a fear around reaching out, just do it anyway. Go through the fear. Okay. And then we have John. Did I do Debbie? I don't think I did Debbie either. So. Aren't they beautiful? Okay, John. Oh, that was really weird. It was like flipped up very strongly too, like, get this lesson. So that's what the first card is, listening. Listen to your wise self. Let your inner compass direct the course of your life. They also showed me that reflection in the mirror. You might see yourself in another. And they're showing me the comments in the background. So I'm feeling like there might be some ethereal benevolence, some being that's closer than you think that wants you to listen more. So that means you have to let go of your logical mind, because you can't listen to this ethereal world when you are constantly trying to think and make it happen. That has to fall away, and they said take a risk. So I do feel like these two came together, like they flipped over really strongly together. So there might be a feeling of a risk in this. Oh my God, I have to let go of what I think is the truth in order for me to stay silent enough to hear these messages. I think that it's transforming you into trusting your soul a lot more. And I think they also are saying take a risk, as in when you hear us, write it down. Just even if it sounds a bit crazy or whatever, just write it down anyway, because there might be messages there that you're going to understand later. Yeah, they're showing me writing it down. Yeah, wisdom is on the top. So wisdom is they're trying to give you some wisdom. But you have to take a risk and you have to listen. So yeah, I'll leave it there for you, John. Okay. Okay. So we have Debbie. Oh, gee, Debbie, yours flew out onto the floor. Someone's trying to get your attention. Tenderness and dreams. So we have, whoops, that one's around the wrong way. Tenderness and dreams. So dreams is think big. They're unforeseen forces ready to support you in your dreams. So really start to think, like, and maybe not do it while you're driving, but really start to think of the big dream. What would be your perfect life? What would that actually look like? Like really start to think more and more into it, feel into it. They want you to feel more into it. That's where that tenderness comes in, like to be nurturing of oneself, to bring your energy into yourself rather than think of everything for everybody else. They want you to invert it, bring it back in and say, I'm going to trust that me aligning with my biggest dream, and just go, it's some of, maybe even if a portion of that came true, it would be awesome. But they're telling me that you could actually manifest your biggest dreams into this world if you really let go enough of the how it's going to happen. But to at least feel into that, think bigger, feel into it more, be tender to yourself, like say, speak gently to yourself, cherish the child within. So there might be a dream that you had when you were a kid too that wants to be redeveloped. You know, when we're kids, we see this world as a massive adventure and it's just so much fun to move into. It's like such a wow. I know I did. I'm like, oh my God, what's around the corner? You know, there's a shop around the corner. I was little and we were allowed to walk around because I was born in the 60s. So in the 70s in New Zealand, we could literally have freedom to walk around the neighborhood, and it was so exciting. But I'm seeing that for you. There might be some sort of excitement when you're a kid that you forgot, or that you might want to pull in for this new big think big dream. Okay, who finder 26. If I've missed somebody, please just say you've missed me. Who finder 26. I'll pull a card for you. Here we go. One flew out. Step into the light. Share your gifts and talents with the world. Dance. I'm going to pull one more out for you. There's a feeling of coming back to yourself with this. Understanding that you are more than what you've been sharing so far, but it's all coming from the love of yourself, because this person loves who they are in that moment. And maybe when you were smaller, they like poo-pooed you for being who you truly authentically were because they're scared that you wouldn't fit into the world. It's time to reinvent that. What else have we got? Practice present moment awareness. Yeah. The meaning you yearn for lives in the ever-present now. So I would say with this card, at every given moment, no matter what happens, say to yourself, what's going to make me happy now? doesn't matter what's happening if you're feeling bad or something's negative, or you're sitting amongst people and they're really annoying you or whatever, say to yourself, what's going to make me happiest now? Maybe it's you get up and you say you're going to get a cup of tea. Maybe it's you get up and you leave completely. Maybe it's that you listen to them more and that you actually start to converse and share and feel good about them, instead of feeling like you're sitting in a conversation you don't like. I don't know. There's something about you connecting with other people in a different way, but you're bringing you're aligning with yourself first. You're aligning with yourself first rather than them first. That we tend to do that when we're constant givers. We're constantly trying to make somebody else feel at peace. You cannot make another person feel at peace. They can only make themselves feel at peace. You think you can give them little glimmers and stuff, but in the end, it's all up to them. And the better way to make someone feel at peace is for you to feel at peace yourself anyway. Did I miss anyone? I know that we started again. Oh my God. So people that were in the chat bar aren't necessarily in the chat bar, but I'm glad you guys found me in the second video. Thank you. I've been told to write things down, and I know the ego resting in my logical mind stops me from doing this. That's so funny, John. That's so cool that I actually pulled that through for you. It's a bit of confirmation for myself. Thank you. Yeah. You're right. You can do this. Just give yourself 10 minutes, 5 minutes even. Just go into, I'm not thinking of anything. Okay, I'm opening myself up to whatever thoughts come in, whatever feelings come into me, and then read the feelings. That's really how telepathy works. You're quiet your thoughts enough and all of the blah, blah, blah. Enough for you to feel, and then you translate the feelings into words. That's how I channel. Rebirth. Yeah, don't forget, if you want a full one-on-one reading with me, my price of my hour price is down at the moment. So, and the link is down below if you would like to have a reading with me. Rebirth. Rebirth. Okay, well, that took a while, but abundance did fly out. So this might take a while for you to ground into this world, but you are on the path of creating your abundance coming into your world. They are like, this person is so abundant, he doesn't have to worry anymore. He doesn't. But if you get into the energy alignment of not worrying either and sit down as if you are abundant, then the abundance starts to fall in your lap. That's interesting. I'm going to take that one for myself. I like that message. Yeah, so if you sit down like this person did, and feel the abundance around you, feel it, it will align with you. But it did take a while for it to shuffle out. So I am feeling that, because it took that long, that you might have even been waiting a long time for this to happen. And they were now sharing with you, the way to actually reach it is to actually feel it and become it. Yeah. Rather than seeking it. Because when we're constantly trying or trying to seek something, it will always move a little bit further away from us, because to try doesn't mean you are. To try means you're. Like if someone says, try holding my hand, it's not there. It's either holding your hand or it's not. They're giving me that feeling anyway. So for you to just go, and I know it's not as easier said than done, because you can sit down and go, I feel abundant. Oh, but what about that bill? How am I going to pay it? But they are asking you to use this as an exercise so that you can get into the flow of this coming for you. Okay. Hi again, Liz. Okay, so I think I have done everyone. Okay, Tama just says, Tama's come on board for a reading. Hang on, let me put that card back in. Do I want another pack? Yeah, I'm going to do these ones again for Tama. Tama. Okay, Tama. Yeah, talent guides, spirit mentors, and teachers have come out for you. I feel what you are seeking in others is something that you have within yourself. I think you can become a talented guide for others. They're saying don't stop. Like, align yourself with people that are feeling good. You know, you feel good in their company and all that sort of stuff, and you can learn from them. You can learn from each other. Absolutely. But I think that they're trying to make you realize that you have more, there's something more in you that you can share with others. Let's see what else falls out. Yeah, okay, that's way too many. Tama. I don't know why, but they're bringing me to the block. The block is a program, I'm pretty sure it's in America and Australia. Like something to do with the way that you've grounded your life in this world needs to be shared with others, or those that are in a more ethereal mind and they can't ground their world. There's something with how you did it that you can bottle and share. It's very, very different message. Yeah, I was going to say nothing else is coming out, and then one card did. Balance. So yeah, you still got to find balance within yourself, though, to be able to reach this energy of becoming a guide for others. There's a balance that you are still trying to feel into for yourself. And I think just seeing yourself in a new light of, oh yeah, I'm parts of yourself that you go, oh, I'm nothing, and then it's like, no, switch it around. You have way more than what you actually think of yourself. I'm just going to leave it there. Okay. Whew. Who else is there? I think there was a yes, please. I can't remember if I've missed anyone. Have I missed anyone? I'm just kind of shuffling and expecting somebody to pop up. Anyways, if there is nobody else, I am really happy that we at least connected again in the second video. The first video, I'll put it up as the first and second video so that there's two that are up on YouTube. Doesn't really matter, does it? Yeah, so it's going to be a bit all over the show. But yeah. Okay, guys. I will love you and leave you here. And then Paula, as soon as I say that, Paula goes, yes, please. I knew there was one other person. I was just about to close up. I'll do a reading for you, Paula. Okay, everything kind of flew out then. Oh, that's interesting. Paula, you have the ripeness card, which means you're coming into maturity, but it's also coming in with this mind card. I think that a mind card is somebody who's constantly in guilt and I think you've actually done quite a bit of work for you to work on your mind to finally come into this ripeness. And then it had the We Are the World card. For me, they're telling me it's on its head because you haven't actually accomplished this yet. but I feel there's a mission for you that is to do with the whole world. It's like shifting up frequency alignments and everything, and moving the way that you move in this world, the way that you interact with the earth. There's something about a whole heap of things coming in here, but you had to get to the point where you no longer listen to this mind card of taking you under anymore. This is what's bringing you into a ripeness. Like, I'm going to cover that mind card with the ripeness. Now you're ready to take on a bigger challenge, I'd say, but it's a bigger challenge as in not really a challenge at all, because it's in alignment with your soul, which is your mission, which means you're only working with the happiest, the happiest moments anyway. But it is actually, I think there is something that you're coming together with other people, or you're coming together energetically with other people, but you're part of something. You're part of something that's to do with the world, something bigger to do with the world. And it's now time. You've done enough. But just be aware if the mind does come back in, that you have they're saying you have the capability to shift it quicker now. So that's all good. Okay. Now I will say goodbye to everybody. Thank you so much for being part of my energy and part of this. And I will go live again next week, if not this weekend, depending how I feel. Last weekend I was thinking of it, but then I ended up having too much fun externally, went out and had fun and met friends and all that sort of stuff instead, which I really, really, really needed. So yeah. Amazing windy day, and it will rain soon. Well, it's very sunny here. It's very, very happy and sunny here. Love you guys heaps. Till next time. Bye.